Well, we're going to work on Thursday. Man, it's so much fun around here. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't having fun. This has been fun. I've said it before. Who would have ever believed that when I came to work as a bus driver at TriMet, it would go down all these different roads for me. I would go on all these different experiences as a result of it. I would have never imagined it. But I got to admit, I mean, I'm tired of driving, but I also look forward to driving, you know. I mean, I don't like working here, but I still like working here, you know. I mean, basically, I've been all right. I do make a big deal out of their harassing me, but really, the truth is they don't really bother me that much. And I just was insulted by getting this last write-up. That was insulting to me, okay? Especially since I did everything I could to cooperate with them, man. As I always had. So they got me on a tightrope, and I've kind of, I've got more liberal in how I'm not so paranoid. I'm kind of, as time went on with that, I kind of just said, look, I'm doing the best I can to abide by your policy, okay? So you can see I didn't publish that dispatch call, nor did any of my associates. Not because I was prohibited by the regulations to do that, but because it was the right thing to do. That wasn't my decision to divulge her identity. That was a management decision, not mine. And I wasn't going to take responsibility for that. And I wouldn't want it to happen if something like that happened to me. But something like that wouldn't happen to me because that's not how I operate. And 90% of the operators, we do not operate like that. We don't do that. It would never happen because I would never lose my cool. But KATU scooped a woman. You gotta hand it to KATU when it comes to, whoa, goddamn, bicyclist on the highway. Those guys got guts, you know that. When it comes to finding those bad bus driver stories, there's nobody like KATU, man. They do the job. They know how to find them. Well, I think I'll just anyway, we listened to that woman, and I'm sure there was a very unpleasant experience. I know for sure that it was unpleasant. It shouldn't have happened. She looks like a very lovely lady. The woman that got bounced with her kid looks like a very lovely kid. But I really question the I'm scared part of that thing there. I'm scared to ride that bus. I'm scared to ever see her again. And I'll tell you why. I question that. Because there's one thing that driver is not, is scary. Okay? Whoa. What's going on up here? Some kind of a banner up here. What is it? It is a... What is it? I don't know what that is. I thought it would be like an Occupy Portland thing. But it doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I mean, there's one thing, that woman's a pain in the ass, and most of us agree that she's got questionable ability as a public relations person for TriMet, and being actually in charge of a bus is not a great idea because it requires a certain degree of public relations skills and a certain empathy for people. If you want to be in this business, you should have some heart for the people, okay? You can't disdain them, okay? You can't have that attitude because you shouldn't be here. But all that being equal, the woman in question is not scary. Okay, why would you be scared of her? I mean, she's not scary at all. If anything, she's funny. Okay, and I like I said yesterday, I never can understand why people actually get off when they're told to. Why do you do that? You think we're going to give you, what are we going to do? Give you a ticket or something? We're not going to do anything. I've always been amazed. I've only done it twice in my career, and they both got off immediately. And I remember thinking in both occasions that, wow, he actually left. I don't know. Of course, I would have had a call for backup. I mean, and the only reason those two got bounced was because they were annoying. They were creating a problem for them. I mean, I can take anything. I can take anything. I've been abused verbally. I've had some routes here. I remember the 8 I was on, and I was so late. Let me tell you, those people that live on Northeast 15th, they do not spare the tongue. Okay, they were brutal to me, and I remember very clearly how I was treated. But you know what? I didn't respond back, and wow, sheriff's deputy, and I also said I was sorry. I remember they were yelling at me, and they were calling me all kinds of names. I mean, you the ugliest motherfucking. She was quite. I mean, she was in my face screaming, and I remember just saying, "I'm sorry, I can't. I'm trying my best," and blah blah blah. And you know, she didn't talk to me for quite a while. But as the sign-up went on, by the end of the sign-up, we were actually quite friendly to each other. I remember that, you know, because she was so mean to me. And that's when I started hating TriMet, because that Route 8 that I had, I sent them those stupid fucking yellow cards asking for help, and there was no help. All they did was move my departure time up by 2 minutes from the hospital. And this was an 8 that went down to Hayden Meadows back in the days when it did that. And God, you just have no idea what I faced on that run. It was really, I think back now, and I really am amazed that I survived that, because it was brutal. And so anyway, nothing bothers me now. You know, anything that a passenger or a baby. I mean, the babies are annoying, but they're not. I don't get upset about it. I don't get to the point where I'd actually call for help because of a baby. I would never do that, because it's not of any significance, really. It doesn't. I don't care if it's noisy in there. I really don't care. I mean, I listen to all kinds of crazy shit as a bus driver, and most of it is just annoying. It's annoying, but so what? So what if something's annoying? Why do you care? I mean, you get through the end of the line. So I've had really no instances similar to that. You know, some teenagers can be more annoying than that. I mean, I had these kids once. It was on a 67 of all things, who were, God, they were just. I think that they all were into one of their buddies' Ritalin or something, because they were bouncing off. They were bouncing off the walls in the bus, and they were screaming. I mean, I wish you could have seen it. I wish I could have videoed that, because I couldn't believe what these kids were doing. They were running up and down, up and down, up and down, and they were just like talking to everybody they ran into in this frenzied voice. And these are little kids. These are little kids. And God, that went on all the way. Let's see, I picked them up over on 158th, and I just looked at the other passengers and I said, I can't believe these kids. And can you believe this? I mean, they were kind of a hazard, I guess, because they were running back and forth and spinning around. It was crazy. I found it amusing. I mean, I don't get bothered by that kind of stuff. That doesn't affect me, really. I mean, as long as the other passengers that I always worry about, because even like with Angie, you know, it's like she doesn't bother me, but it's the other people. I mean, she can be screaming at when Angie loses her temper. And let me tell you, when she loses that temper, wow, watch out. I mean, that woman turns vicious. I mean, but it's not going to hurt you. I mean, but it almost looks like she's going to do something to you, because she's really unbelievably vicious when she gets like that. And it doesn't bother me. I just find it funny, and of course, when I laugh at her, that just makes it worse. You know, there's nothing worse than being mad at somebody and you're yelling at them and they're laughing at you because I think it's funny. I know I couldn't help it though. So the point that I'm trying to say is that doesn't affect me. None of that kind of stuff. It's the other passengers that start coming and going. Are you going to do something about that? And if it's something worthwhile to do something about, I will. But generally, I just say, well, look, you know, they're not really bothering anybody. They're loud and obnoxious, but they're not bothering you. So what's the issue? I mean, people that are loud and obnoxious in a group, they are loud and obnoxious, but they're not bothering you. So you're on a public bus. So what's the point? The point is that I'm straying again, but the woman that kicked off the mom is not scary looking, because she says, now I'm scared to run into that woman again. I'll be scared, and I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. That is bullshit. You know, I don't believe it for a second. So there, don't make up shit at least, okay? You hate her, you got a grudge against her, she's been mean, and so the people are, as I was saying in an earlier podcast, that when you've made enemies out here and you fuck up, they will grind you, man, and you cannot blame them for it. I mean, you know, if I were in their shoes, I would have to say, I do not blame you for doing it. I mean, they're trying to get rid of this person. They don't want to have that person to deal with anymore. And so you've got to understand that if you're trying to get rid of somebody, you're going to make up shit. You're going to do anything. I mean, all complaints that come in here about us anyway are pretty much embellished. I mean, none of them are completely accurate. They're always embellished somewhat. I wonder how that. I should check that. Nobody's going to give an accurate complaint. These complaints, half of them are not even true. Okay, this is my opinion about complaints. Half of them are not even true. They're just made up. And then the other half, okay, they have some basis in realities, but it's not really any of these rude complaints and stuff. That I have a problem with that. Okay, because what are you actually doing? You're like trying to get to your destination, and let's say you're paying full fare, $2.40. Your main objective, really, if you were a passenger, and that's when I'm on a bus or train, or, you know, I don't really care about the operator's, whether he's nice guy, bad guy, or, you know, I just want to get where I'm going, and I want to get there as fast as possible with as little problem as possible. That's my objective, and I know that's most people's objective. Most people just want to get where they're going. They don't need any hassles, and it's completely understandable. So, okay, she's not the nicest person, but most people don't have any contact with her. You know, I would imagine most people do not talk to her. So she broke down with the baby, and she did the wrong thing, and other operators have apparently done it. I don't know. I'm not sure why they don't understand the rules here. And Joe Rose did another article about that there's a second mom that's come out. Oh, in the case of the second mom, by the way, now here